This is my neighborhood, and right down this way you can see a lot of cool things. There's sidewalks, curbs, roads, cars, townhomes, mailboxes, tons of things that were created by man and women. And that's what we're going to talk about on this Sunday school lesson. We are going to explore that God created man and God created woman to be a partner, a helper. So we're going to talk about helpers. We're going to talk about helpers in creation. And more importantly, I want you to realize, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to my 8-year-old daughter, that woman wasn't made second because she is second. She was made to be a helper and an equal so that man could get everything done, mankind. So that in mind, I'm going to take you to the book, one of the many books that are out there, but this book is something my daughter goes through, and maybe it's something you want to get for your child too, or not. This is a fantastic book. It's called Her Story, as opposed to History, and it's 50 women and girls who shook up the world. It's written, in case you want to look it up for yourself, by Catherine Halligan, and the illustrations are fantastic by Sarah Walsh. Inside are some of the most 50 amazing women who helped shape our world today. There's so many cool, influential, and amazing women in this book. We couldn't possibly go through them all, and that's not the point. The point is a reminder that we're created equal and we can do beautiful and wonderful things. So I asked my daughter, of the women that she's read in that book, what were the ones that she liked the best? And this is her answer. Harriet Tubman was the first person she said. She said that she liked the quote, "And I prayed to God to make me strong and able to fight." And that's what I've always prayed forever and ever since. And she said she likes her because she doesn't quit, that she's spiritual, she's a leader, and even despite all the odds, she has courage and strength. If you don't know, for the young children out there, Harriet Tubman was a slave, born a slave, and she started something called the Underground Railroad. She once said of the railroad that she was a conductor for 8 years. And unlike most conductors, she could say she never had a car go off the track, and she never lost anybody. Harriet Tubman. The second person Leighton told me about was a Native American named Sacagawea. That's a mouthful, but it's Sacagawea. And what's really amazing about her is, according to my daughter, was how young she was, how brave she was. She led an expedition for Lewis and Clark through the Louisiana Purchase. And this book describes some of those amazing things she did: translate, found medicine, food. But the more important thing that my daughter said to me was she was a leader by example, that she was often rewarded just for the things that she did without anybody asking. One of the cool quotes I like in here is, "Don't go around saying the world owes you a living." And another, I've heard this version my whole life, it says, "Amazing the things you'll find when you bother to search for them." We could go on and on about the importance of women and their impact on our lives and our communities. Take a minute and think about the special women in your life. the ones that are related to you, the ones that blaze the trail in your industry, the ones that created things that keep us healthy and living, or brought you to Christ. Could be any of those. Say a prayer tonight. Well, this is my garage, and I wanted to talk about God the Creator. We've been discussing that for a long time. But if you look in this garage, I guess we could talk about man the Creator, or mankind the Creator. And I want to tell you about things that are important to me. And we'll start with this. This is a bike helmet. Many of you know I ride my bike everywhere, to the grocery store. I ride to church, to work, to the school I teach at. Just about everywhere I can get away with it. And so I want to tell you, I am happy for this creation of a helmet that keeps my head perfectly safe. God forbid I ever have an accident. Not yet. Hopefully never. And let's talk about this creation. I know many of you are drooling, but that's been my bike for about 20 years. And my main form of transportation for the last 2. Let's see what happens here as I ride on mankind's creation through mankind's creation. Well, that was a cool ride. Hopefully I didn't make you too dizzy. This happens to be one of the many things I'm standing on, created by mankind to make us a happy and healthy community, a bike trail. Isn't that really cool? I can get right out of my house and get right into this practically in my backyard. And with quarantining and all that other stuff, social distancing, it's been a real joy, especially this summer, for my kids and I to be back here fishing, even wading through the water, and all kinds of other memory makers, if you will. Anyhow, that's about it for the lesson today. Remember that we are all created fearfully and wonderfully made. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.